Hello and welcome to the official Rampant Reborn Season 3 tier list. Now, as per usual, we will be going from the worst characters to the best characters. And I know some of you might be seeing this little SS tier at the top left. Stick around for the whole video to find out who that SS tier character is. Now, unsurprisingly, in our D tier, we have Atomic. Atomic sucks. This character wins one matchup and it's in overtime, and it's literally the most irrelevant matchup it could ever possibly want to win. This character just doesn't really get a lot done. He has like a good punish game, and that's about it. As for like actually dealing any pressure to shield, he has nothing for that. Most of his moves are pretty bad on shield, in fact. His block stacking is like fine, but the rest of the moveset just can't really complement it too well. He is fast, and though with his speed he can't really get too much done with it. He has nothing to truly like abuse his speed with. And with that being said, including all of his literal losing to everybody matchups, he's going to stick in the D tier. And to start off for our C tier, we have Vampire. I like Atomic. His character just doesn't get too much done. I mean, Vamp is decent and all. He has good combos. He has good iframe moves. He has a really good skill 3 to break combos. Vamp's main issue is his brace being absolutely horrendous to play around. I mean, his brace is terrible. Vamp has like okay pressure on shield. His block stack's actually pretty good. I used to not give it much credit, but honestly, it's been cooking this update for sure. The true main issue with Vamp though is that all of his good matchups are against characters you're never playing against in like the first and second pick slots. They're always last picks. And Vampire is notoriously terrible in overtime. That character is abysmal dogshit F tier in overtime. That character is awful there. So he just doesn't really have a lot to do, but he does have enough winning matchups pre-overtime to warrant him actually being in the C tier. And for our next C tier character, we have Assassin. I don't think anyone is surprised by this, truth be told. You hit him once, and he has to keep that damage for basically the entire round, or wait an entire minute to ever be able to re-engage safely. His teleport got pretty much nuked compared to what it was before. It costs more to throw out, and you get less for actually hitting somebody. And also his other moves are like they're good, but you have to actually like be in advantage state with them to actually make them shine. And getting into that state is just super difficult for Assassin in a lot of these matchups. It's just, the meta's not favoring him at all, and he's just way too squishy to actually like get enough chances to get stuff done. Though again, he does have enough winning matchups to warrant being up here. He beats Atomic, he beats Vampire. He does pretty okay-ish into Dark Mage, but his really bad matchups are definitely noticeable. He gets completely exploded by Egress or Guardian, and Marauder, just completely crushed, and Viking is also down there for his worst matchups. And those are characters you're seeing pretty often at a higher level. The character just doesn't really get a lot done. Doesn't help that his block stacking just isn't really great. It's fast, but the range is just meh, and it doesn't really last very long, so he's just a regular C tier character. And to top our C tier off, we have Dark Mage. Now this character isn't particularly bad at all. It's just like they're not necessarily like oppressive enough as a zoner to really warrant being higher. They have a lot of hard counters, a lot of characters that can just completely destroy them pre-overtime. So they end up being forced as a last pick. And as a last pick, the only characters they beat are the bottom 3 characters, which are Assassin, Vamp, and Atomic. So it's like the character just kind of gets completely crushed by like Knight, it gets crushed by Marauder, it gets crushed by Viking, abysmal matchup to play in, gets crushed by Berserker. You get the point. Character's just ridiculously slow as well, and if you just end up being able to abuse his speed and be able to control space against Dark Mage, you're going to end up winning that stock. Character doesn't really do a ton, and it doesn't really help that he has one of the worst moves in the game, debatably the single worst on his moveset, which is the Nether Beam. Very, very ridiculously hard move to actually utilize well. Most of the time, Dark Mage gets a lot of damage off of the opponent messing up their braces. Besides that, it's Paralyze and Skill 1 are just not enough to save it from being this low on the tier list. And to start with our B tier, we have Kaiju. Now, Kaiju is actually a pretty decent character. I would say pretty good, as a matter of fact. His S3 is still ridiculously good, and that passive buff he received helped him a ton. I mean, that passive used to be genuinely detrimental, and now it actually has use cases where it's good. If you combo somebody, essentially, you get passive, and meaning if you drop that combo, you now have anti-hit stun to not really necessarily get punished for it very much in most matchups, and also you get a damage boost from passive. And on top of that, when you have passive even out of combat, where you would normally use it, you have damage reduction instead as well. So the passive is just a lot nicer to actually be able to use. It's less abusable for most characters, and it just genuinely helped him a lot. He still does the same old skill 3 mashing. He uses skill 1 a lot. Skill 4 and 2 are still pretty meh, or bad, but you know, that's to be expected at this point. He does have good matchups into the worst characters, and also he actually beats Knight, which warranted him being high enough to be put as a B tier character. So that's definitely pretty cool. He still definitely has rough matchups. Absolutely hates Fighter. He hates Egress, and Berserker is definitely keeping Kaiju in check right now. Good character, but definitely has some weaknesses in regards to his health regen and the fact that his best move is pretty much his entire game plan. So if you end up being able to shut down that, you're going to do really well against Kaiju. And to top our B tier off, we have Guardian, or Egress, whoever you want to call him. I'm going to call him Guardian. Guardian, many of you, if not all, are going to be very shocked as to why this character is so low. But let me make something abundantly clear. This character is absolutely unhealthy. You have to play so much better than Guardian players to actually, beat them. This character will completely carry you to higher levels of elo. Just pick him up, learn the combos, and you're fine. He beats most characters, but then loses to 4 characters. He loses to Knight, he loses to Berserker, he loses to Viking, and he loses to Fighter, which are all notable matchups. Like I said, you have to play a lot better than him to actually end up winning. Complete bullshit character, genuinely. All the lower tiers hate him as well, and his only matchup that he does well into on the higher tiers is Marauder. It's a winning matchup for him, actually. Character is just not fun to deal with. If you want to ban him to have fun with the game, by all means go ahead. This character is genuinely widely hated. His combos are just ridiculous. In fist form, he has a "oh, your combo is now my combo" option. In sword form, he has an anti-hit stun move and another move that gives him iframes, which is pretty frustrating to deal with. He has a cross-map dash move that lingers for 20 years. If he hits you once, he can endlessly chase you. Just a genuinely annoying character to deal with, and a lot of people have been absolutely begging for nerfs, and I don't honestly blame them. And to start off our A tier, we have Knight. Knight's still just a good character. The buffs that he received weren't too crazy, but they definitely helped him a lot. It's also nice for him that the meta just generally favors him as well. He doesn't have any abysmally bad matchups. He counters the good characters, he beats the lower characters, he doesn't struggle versus them too hard. The only lower character he really struggles against is Kaiju. Kaiju actually wins that matchup, like I said earlier. Still just a very well-rounded character. He still does Knight things. He parries your slow buttons. He hits you with S1 every single time he gets an M1 off. He hits you with S2 off a parry every single time. He has S4 to boost his defense up a lot. Good health, good passive, just well-rounded character, pretty solid. Not too much to say. He just wins the matchups he needs and doesn't lose a ton. So, just a pretty strong character. Highly suggest playing him if you're really wanting to get good at the game, because this character will teach you the fundamentals of the game and how to actually get better. He has one of the best block stacks in the game, and he's able to get brace whenever he uses it pretty fast, which is helping him a lot of the time in this very offensive-oriented meta. Just a pretty good character. Highly recommend playing him. And next up in our A tier, we have Berserker. Berserker, same thing. This character just does what he usually does. He hooks you and gets 100 billion damage off of it. He destroys your shield constantly. He has an iframe move to crush your win conditions. He has an iframe move that also is really good out of shield. And he has one of the best projectiles in the entire game. Super spammable, super strong. His character is just really well rounded, and his only 2 weaknesses is his dashes are pretty terrible. He doesn't get stamina at all, so Berserker's having to chase is definitely one of his major weaknesses, and his other issue is that his M1 before red form is just literally takes a second to activate and actually work. But those 2 weaknesses are definitely by all means not enough for him to go lower on the tier list. He beats the characters he needs to beat. He beats Igris, he beats Kaiju, he crushes Dark Mage, he beats Assassin, bam, you get the idea. That character just really strong, and overall, in overtime, character just becomes genuinely better. His slowness is not too much of a weakness with his dashes, and his M1, since it covers so much space, is just easier to hit there. And in combination with the amount of shield damage that he just is able to output, the character just gets so much done. His main issue is that he gets literally hard countered by the 2 best characters in the game, and Knight also beats him. Definitely notable to the meta, but he pretty much just beats everyone else he doesn't lose to. So, just a really solid character. And to top our A tier off, we have Marauder. This character is easily the most well-rounded character in the meta right now. He has a ton of even matchups, but the only 2 characters he loses to is Guardian and Viking. This character is just really consistent. He doesn't like win a crazy amount of matchups, but his amount of even matchups is just makes him super consistent of a pick. And he's also just both really strong in pre-overtime and overtime. This character both loses out on some things, but also gains a lot in return in both states. Character's just really solid. He just does the same things he usually does. He wants to crush your shield. He wants to do 1 billion damage off of shield breaks. Or he also wants to ignore your shield and hit you with a ginormous nuclear bomb. And also wants to continually and endlessly pressure you with his skill 1 and M1s. And also, during that, he also wants to cancel any combo you have with his skill 4. Character's just really consistent. I mean, like, if you need a 3rd character to play, just pick Marauder. This character's just really good. Another thing is that he's also just pretty easy to learn. Really easy to pick up and play. So if you're newer to the game, this is definitely the first character I'd suggest, is just play Marauder. Character will also teach you the fundamentals like Knight, and he's also like the 2nd easiest character to be able to rank up with in ranked, just because of how strong and consistent he is. And with his 400 health, he's just also extremely forgiving. You can get hit a lot, and because of that actually, his passive likes Marauder having to take damage so that he can do more damage. The character is just pretty strong. I mean, there's not too much to say. He just does a lot. He has a lot of the best buttons in the entire game, and his M1 is just really fucking good. And for our S tier character, we have Fighter. Now, Fighter, really difficult character to play. This is not a character that you could just pick up and get really good in ranked with. This character takes a lot of effort to make work. However, this character has iframe move, really good shield pressure, combos off of shield breaks that do 400 plus and can maybe kill Berserker off of 1 single combo. This character does not care if you brace. They have so much buttons that can cover brace and so much options to just be able to not really care about it. Fighter White, if you hit it, it'll just heal back. It has the best health regeneration in the game alongside Knight, and it also has 60% lifesteal on every move. So with a full charge skill 2, that's free 18 healing. That's pretty damn good. The character is just really good to play. And combos are absolutely deadly. His disadvantage state is also just really strong. And he has just a lot of the best moves in the game. The melee S2 is so strong in overtime. It's also a really good combo extender. It's also just really good for shield pressure. That's the main thing where it shines in, is just being able to let you do some M1s and then delete part of their shield with a melee S2. Literally like 3 M1s into a melee S2 with like 50 shield. It's absolutely incredible to use. And to top it off, his defense is just strong in white form, and in black form is just really quick. It can get like, it could get you close, you could dance around your opponent endlessly no matter who you're fighting. And black form is just so much damage that keeping up is literally like a ticking time bomb in some matchups. Like Guardian literally has no options to deal with Fighter Black. It's really funny. Atomic Samurai hates black form. for white form, most characters just hate that. Like, this character only struggles against Viking and Marauder, but pretty much just beats everybody else. Character's just absurdly strong and can be both used as a pre-overtime pick or an overtime dedicated pick. And his only like true weaknesses is that in white form, he can kind of get outpaced in terms of shield damage. If he has to sit in shield for too long and isn't able to really reposition, that character's going to struggle a little bit, which is why Marauder actually beats him. Marauder just kind of crushes his shield and pressures him a lot, but against most characters, Fighter does that to them instead, where he just completely crushes the opponent's defense and shuts down their offense in the process. Really solid character. Highly suggest playing him if you want to get good. And for our SS tier character, we have Viking. This character beats everybody. There's not much to say here. This character's broken. This character is basically guaranteed to take a stock or two if you know how to play him. I mean, like, tackle, best move in the game. Slam, extremely good. Skill 3, amazing. Like, incredible to land. It does 65 damage. And if you tackle off an S3, that's 85. And it also leads into a combo. Aerial Axe Throw is the best projectile in the entire game. 40 shield damage is not a joke. And it also does 60 if you want to just take damage. And also Dizzy stuns you. Yeah, kind of broken. Everything paired with Wall Dash just makes this character function so much better. There are some matchups where he wants to stall till overtime to be able to convincingly win them, which is just Guardian and Knight. But Viking just completely crushes people in his base form, and on top of that, he has Valhalla form, which makes the character literally twice as better, at the cost of just being stuck at 80 health. And usually he does want to take that risk when he is at lower health, because he gets lifesteal. So you can pretty much just use it to get health back and also just kill them faster. I mean, this character just gets so much done. He will kill your shield. He will kill your health bar. He just does so much. I mean, he just beats everybody. There's nothing else to really say. It's just, character is just really, really good and also extremely hard to play against. And that is the official Season 3 Rampant Reborn tier list. Now, this tier list is built with matchup spreads in mind. Whoever has the better matchup spread is going to be higher on the tier list, and whoever has the worst ones are going to be lower. That's how we dictate who's good, who's bad, who's in between. All matchups are tested by top-level players, such as myself, Zakalati, AVXL, difference of tier 5. So, shout out to them for being able to contribute to every meta tier list so consistently. Appreciate them. Huge shout out to Anzan for contributing to the thumbnail of this video. By all means, please check out their new how to block stack video. It's very beginner friendly, very easy to follow, and also only 2 minutes long. So definitely worth your time. Drop them a sub as well. They're awesome. If you have any questions on how certain matchups play out, why certain characters are above others on the tier list, please ask below. I will answer as many questions as I possibly can. If you disagree with my tier list, then you probably suck. I don't really care. Have a good one. Peace.